Hello, how are you today? I thought today we'd go into a really gentle and sweet meditation, calling up on the energy of the divine feminine to support us as we flow through this fiery month of April, and really allowing us to open to the pure blossoming of our spirit and of creativity and of whatever it is that our soul is most longing to burst forth into, but in a way that feels integrated, connected, and aligned. So I'm going to invite you to get comfortable. And as always, feel free to lie down if you like. I'm actually going to put a pillow behind my back. Being in a place where you can be supported. And closing your eyes. And together taking a couple deep, beautiful, beautiful breaths. Breathing in. And maybe even sighing out. And if you breathe in, when you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in from your sit bones, or if you're lying on your back, from beautiful roots. And as you breathe in through these roots, allow yourself to really just open to fresh nourishment, fresh growth, fresh everything. And as you exhale, imagine that you're just washing away, like a liquid waterfall of light that's just washing away anything that's stressful, anything that's no longer serving you, anything at all that's in the way of you being in alignment with your highest truth and purpose. We'll do this a few times, breathing in, maybe even allowing that breath to just float up through your back body, giving you the strength to say no, giving you the strength to let go, And as you exhale, let go. And maybe 2 or 3 more times at your own pace. Letting go is such a simple thing and yet so hard. And so as you ground into this beautiful space of your being, this moment, you can allow your breath to soften. And just maybe be with the thought or the contemplation of what does the divine feminine mean to me? Or what does the sacred feminine mean to me? Maybe even just what does being feminine mean to me? And at this time, I would like to call in and recognize all of the energies of the divine feminine that are surrounding our circle right now. So many aspects of her, so many different faces. All of them majestic and loving and beautiful. Some of them sweet and some of them fiery. All here to support us in our wave of becoming. And so I'd like you to bring your awareness to your tailbone, the root of your being. To just notice this space and this energy that is there. And imagine that there was a taproot there, maybe more than one, that flowed down deep, deep, deep into the earth. For some of you, it might be 10 to 15 feet. Others might go down 50 or 100, or even miles and miles. And there's going to be a space there, a little cave or cavern. And in this cave or cavern, there is a candle or like an oil lamp. And it's shining bright. So it's this warm womb of a space. And in this space is this shining light. It feels safe. It feels cozy. It feels alive. And yet it feels grounded. And I'd like you to follow that taproot down to that cave, that space that is your own unique resting place. And noticing when you are arriving that there is a book, a journal with a pen, and a really comfortable and beautiful place to sit. And take a moment in this deep womb space of the earth and just notice what happens when you sit down and you pick up the pen. And you ask the Divine Feminine for inspiration. Perhaps you're asking your grandmothers, your ancestors, or perhaps it's someone or something that is of divine nature. What comes out of your pen onto the paper when you ask for support or inspiration? And don't worry if nothing comes. Just take a moment or two here. It might be a picture, it might be a word or two. It might be something you don't understand, or something that resonates and fills you with excitement. And then take a moment and notice, what would it be like to bring this gift, this paper, this energy up into the world, up into the taproot, into your body? Almost like if you were a lotus and this was the deepest space you could go. And as you rose up through that taproot, you could come up into your being and bring the resonance of this gift into your heart. So just imagine that for a moment. Whether it had been an affirmation, a picture, a color, whether it were blank and you have no idea what was there. Let's climb back up into our body and notice here how rooted we are. And notice here how expanded we are, how open we are. And notice how your heart is feeling right now. And if you could move from this heart space, if you could imagine that you could be safe and held and connected and grounded, and at the same time, move from this space. What would this movement be like? Would it be a spiral? Would it be a directed line? Would it be like a child running around in circles and then falling on the grass laughing? Just take a moment. And notice how you're feeling right now. Notice what it's like to be able to feel this spark of divine essence moving through you with no need to figure out exactly where it's leading you. Notice what it's like to expand just into the space of this moment. And to allow yourself to feel the gifts from the divine without having to figure out what they are or how to make them work. Divine Shakti, divine feminine, can come in many forms, and she can crack us wide open. She is not always gentle. And yet, if we learn to be receptive by going down to that yin state in the earth, if we learn to slow down and then allow the gifts to rise up, we're more able to dance in the spiral of her love and more able to open to the gifts of her joy. So over the next few days, few weeks, I'd invite you to come back to this meditation, to go down deep into the earth, to pick up your pen and to notice what are the energies wanting to come up and be birthed through you. And some days there'll be nothing. And some days there'll be a lot. Trust, open, allow, and most of all, receive. Take as long as you need to just settle and be here. So I wish you the most beautiful and beautiful day. Namaste. And namaste to all the beautiful women, grandmothers, aunts, mothers, sisters, daughters, and all of the divine beings that are here supporting us in this space of the sacred feminine right now. Namaste.